shut up, buck up, and stop complaining. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex B, and this is alexbewell. And in today's video, I wanted to discuss victimhood, more specifically, victimhood mindset. What is victimhood mindset? Let me give you a few examples. If you or anyone you've ever known has pretty much made an excuse for why they can't change or grow or adapt to their life situations. Example would be, I can't pass this class because my professor hates me and has it in for me and the class is just too hard. Or I'm stuck in this living situation because I am too broke to move. I'll never find a boyfriend. There just aren't any good guys around. It's really difficult to get in shape. I don't have time for the gym and healthy food is way too expensive. So that is victimhood mindset, explaining away responsibility for why they are in that current life situation. When we have a victimhood mindset, we often have the excuses of, it's not my fault, it's this way because of this and that, there's nothing I can do, woe is me. And with the victimhood mindset, everything in our lives is always gonna be seen through the victimhood goggles. No one consciously chooses to be the victim. The reasons why we may choose a victimhood mindset would be because it's worked in the past, it's gotten us sympathy, it may get us attention, it gets our problem solved quick and easy, and it's just a way to avoid responsibility on the actions that we've taken, or rather actions that we are not going to take to make the situation better. It's a lot easier to point the finger and say, that's why I'm sad, that's why I'm broke, that's why I'm in this situation, but when you point a finger, guess what? 3 point back at you, buddy. It's a coping mechanism. The reality is that our life situation is all of our doing, but it's way easier to look and point at them and say, no, that's why my life sucks. No, that's why my life sucks. No, that's why my life sucks. I think that we have all played the victimhood card in our life, and I'm gonna tell you guys how to deal with victims as well as yourself. This is how you can deal with yourself and others around you that have this victimhood fixed mindset. I think this is the hardest part for me, is dealing with victimhood mindset with other people, because I think my first thing is just to jump on them and be like, well, be grateful for this, 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 and that. But that's not gonna work. Even though if it's true, that's not how you reach them. So how to deal with someone with a victimhood mindset? Number 1, fix your mindset first. When you go into a situation with someone that has a victimhood mindset and you want to offer help, do you really want to offer help, or are you more going into that situation just trying to get them to shut up, buck up, and stop complaining? We need to let go of our egos, let go of our self-righteousness, and listen. When you are speaking to someone with a victimhood mindset, are you speaking to them as a victim, or are you speaking to them as someone who is in a current situation that you want to actually help get out of that situation? There's a big difference. So that leads me on to point 2, which is to listen and validate. Like I said, using logic to try to explain ways for someone with a victimhood mindset to get out of their situation probably is not gonna work, because like I said, they're looking through life through their victimhood glasses. Stupid. So anything you say at this point is just gonna bounce right off of them. What you want to do is you actually want to listen to their problem and validate the view they have. You're not saying that they're right, and you're not saying that they're wrong either. You're just listening. So an example would be, so let's say you're speaking to someone who is in school and they're having difficulty with a class, and the reasons why they're not doing it well in that class is because the professor plays favorites and they're out to get them, their office hours don't match up with their work schedule, or they don't have the amount of time to do the work. The list can go on and on. What you can do in that situation is validate them. You can say, I understand that this class is difficult. Leave it at that, because that's the root of their problem, is that the class is difficult. So validate that part of their story. They may believe that the class is difficult because the professor hates them, because they don't have time to study, blah, 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 blah. Number 3, speak to and listen for commitment. Now, don't speak to them as if you're speaking to a victim. Speak to them as if you're speaking to the person that you want them to be. This is the part where we need to try to help them come up with solutions. So something that you may ask is, I see that the situation that you're in right now is pretty tough. Maybe we can talk together and figure out some different outcomes. So given blank is the excuse. So given that you're broke, you're a minority, you're a woman, you're ugly, no one likes you, any excuse in the book. Given blank, what can we do in spite of that? Number 4 is getting the body and the mind connected. I know this sounds weird. Oftentimes when we carry around a victimhood mindset, we're also carrying around some self-esteem issues, and getting your body to feel like you have self-esteem and confidence actually can trick your mind into believing that you have self-esteem and confidence. So, sounds silly, but it works. One of the things is the Superman pose, and it looks like this. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, hands on your hips, chin up. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And weirdly, you can trick yourself into thinking that you are confident as hell. I've actually had people say, have you gotten taller? It's like, no, bitch. I just stand up straight now. I feel better already from just standing like that for 2 seconds. Number 5 is support action. So in step 3, when we were talking about having them try to come up with ideas of what to do next, have them come up with the actions on their own. You don't want to be spoon feeding them answers, because that's what they want. They want the easy way out. The goal to get out of the victimhood mindset is to become self-reliant. And we can't become self-reliant if everything's being spoon fed to us and just handed to us. Let's go back to the school professor example. I'm failing this class because my professor plays favorites. Despite that, I will utilize the office hours. Have them start with these smaller actions, because these smaller actions are easier to accomplish. Getting these small wins helps to build self-confidence. And that's what we're trying to do. And when I say support action, I mean follow up. Just give them a call, be like, hey, have you been doing X, Y, and Z like you said you would? So those are my tips for dealing with the victimhood mindset in ourselves and with others. But wait, there's more. I actually wanted to add one more thing. Number 6 is have patience. The victimhood mindset didn't just happen overnight. It took years of bad habits to build that. So it's gonna take some time of good habits to fix it. So have patience with yourself and with others. Back to you in the studio, Alex. So if you guys know a victim, tag them down below. I'm just kidding. But if you do, just reach out, listen, and try to help them come up with their own solutions to their problems. Realize that we are all in control of our lives and that we're able to build our dream lives despite gender, race, sexual orientation, how much money's in your bank account, if you're mentally ill, if you're neurotypical, it don't matter. We are all capable of building our dream lives. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.